me set this chat filter properly. All messages. Let me do this right here. Email. Give me just a second, guys. Oh, come on now. Done. Shrink it. Move it. What's up, everybody? Lionel, welcome in. Hello. Poppy, welcome in, Poppy Flower. Long time no see. How you doing, Sharky? What's up, Professor? Let's see, who else is here? Yeah, it's Poppy Flower and everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into the show. I'm here in the RV today, and tonight. So this is where I'll be sleeping tonight. It's going to be my own little old camp out for tonight. But don't worry, I've got my battery, my little portable generator with me. I've got it charging right now. So we're going to be able to take and have lights tonight. You just got a new book, man? What's it about? You have a great day too, Lionel. Thank you for showing up. Hey, Jin Jin. You been working in your backyard, Sharky? You live in a camper? Camper twins. Yeah, I live in an RV, man. Well, I will be soon. All I got to do is fix a bad spot in the floor now. And that's it. It's ready to be moved into. Just got to figure out how to hook up power. You got a lot of branches down. That's awesome. Yeah, when it's pruning season, that's for sure. It's time to go on ahead and get them cut down before they start trying to fall down. That's always a smart thing to do. Just ate lunch with your dad. All right. What'd y'all have there, Jin Jin? But yeah, welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry we haven't had Morning Mojo the past few times, but Jen has been on vacation. And when she comes back, or now that she's back, when Monday hits, we'll resume our Morning Mojo, okay? Book is called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Oh, nice. Nice, Professor. That sounds interesting. I'll have to look that one up. Well, anyway, guys, thank you all for showing up. Please like, share, subscribe. We're still going to be kicking it for a good little while here. I always enjoy being out here in my RV, guys. It's always so much fun. Thank you, Lionel. Groundhog Day. Hello. How you doing, man? But yeah, welcome into the show. Guys, by the way, did y'all hear about the Roblox scandal? Oh, my Lord, if you haven't. Oh, y'all had Mexican food. Nice. Hopefully you had a fajita for me. But, guys, have y'all heard about the Roblox scandal? Guys, that's a big deal now, dude. Purple Reapers! Zup! Hey, Tiffany. I don't know. I'm going to have to give that, a lot of thought. But I'm going to be single for a good while. Yeah, it's good to hear from Jen Jen. I'm glad she's all right. I'm glad she had Mexican food. I know she loves it. But anyhow, guys, so welcome to the RV if you're new here. Thank you so much for showing up. Working on a fan animation of the book using stop motion, live action, and 2D animation. Nice, Professor. You are Sharky. I got you, man. I just got to get my stuff situated and squared away first. Lionel Lopez and cheese for the food. Oh, okay. I got you. Yes, that was the Tiffany. But anyway, we're going to move on. And how was you guys' morning? How's your afternoon going? You know, that's a wonderful thing. You know, hopefully y'all have had a great one, because I know mine has not gone so well, to be honest. What's up, Gamer B? How you doing, man? But yeah, back to what I was talking about with the Roblox thing. You guys need to stay away from that. Oh, thank you. Hi there, Quail. Welcome into the show. But it's actually not a chain. It's braided leather. But thank you very much. You know, it's a Mjolnir. What's up, Priscilla? I remember this time. Ha ha ha. It's Priscilla. What's up, Randy Sheets? Yeah, Randy Sheets. How you doing, man? Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Oh, thank you. Geodes, nice. I just drew some concept art for my fan animation. Great. Which Alan? I know a few Allens that come on here. Thank you, gamer. Happy Saturday, Priscilla. Oh, I'm doing great, man. You know, there's some things that could be better. But thank you very much, Gamer B. We'll see you next time. Ooh, I like Thunder Eggs. Yes, that's the Tiffany I told you about, Jen. Thank you very much, Lionel. No, Priscilla, this is what's going on. There's a young lady that I ran into that gave me her phone number after me and Jen broke up. And we have been talking. But that doesn't mean that I've made a decision. I'm staying single. That's what's going on. But I am talking to... Yeah. Anyone collect rocks beside... I do. I actually just got a piece of green obsidian last night. Yeah, solid green obsidian, dude. It's gorgeous. I'm going to take it to a jeweler and have a new Green Lantern ring made out of it. One that fits better. But I'm going to have a new Green Lantern ring made out of that green obsidian. It's going to look awesome. Yeah, it's going to be so cool. You know, so that's my plan for that. You know, and then I'm going to, I've got another piece of blue obsidian that I'm going to have carved into a representation for Nadi, the Viking god of the sea. I got you, Professor. I feel the same way. I'm going to stay single for a while. You know, at least a few months before I ever make any kind of decision. And I'm sorry, Jin Jen. What's up, Lionel? But we're going to try to get Jin Jin cheered up here real quick. I know. What you saying, oh my God, there for, Lionel? You're quantum reality. Just like a city bus in a few moments and others will be by. Actually, man, I'm the only one who stays here. What's up, Randy Sheets? It's okay there, Jin Jin. Hey, my buddy Papa Joe's on live. Guys, if you've ever seen him, check out Papa Joe. He's awesome. Pastrami Johnny. Is that a Warlock hat? Actually, no, it's a Cherokee hat. It was given to me by an actual Cherokee. I made a 100-yard shot with a bow that he didn't think I could make. And I didn't think I could make it either, honestly. But I wanted to give it a shot. And yeah, I made a 100-yard shot with a Native American handmade bow. And he gave me this hat as a sign of respect. So I've worn it ever since. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Lionel. But yeah, that's where I got this hat from. The Mjolnir, me and a friend of mine die casted. It was my first time attempting to die cast anything, you know, and he had a Mjolnir that looked just like it, and this is pure iron, so that's how I got my Mjolnir. So yeah, come on, guys, let's keep hitting them hearts, let's keep sending out those, you know, nice, good vibes, and let's keep it rolling, guys, shall we? Ooh, I hate to hear that, Sharky. I got you, Jen. Fun fact, the reason I call myself Professor Unknown is I'm fully unknown. You now basically nothing about me. I got you, Professor. That's a neat little concept. You know, that's a cool little idea. You know, unlike me, who's very open with everything. You know, like, for instance, guys, stay off of Roblox if you're young and you're on here, because I know youngins show up on here, regardless of if I ask them to or not. You know, if you're young and you're on here, do not get on Roblox, all right? Get off that crap, okay? They found a lot of child predators on there and everything like that, guys. Get off. Run for the hills. Stay away from that game, okay? You know, if they ask you why, tell them Uncle Gator said it ain't a good idea, all right? So, guys, just stay away from Roblox, please. Not a good little concept to go through. Thank you very much. All right, Sharky. That's cool that you found them. That's what my kid was doing last night. Ice cream truck outside. I got you, Randy. You know, yeah, you need to make sure they don't play on Roblox, man. Because the CEO, I get newsletters, guys. And the CEO has come under fire because he has not got any safety protocols in place for protecting children against child predators on that site. There's a reason why I don't go on that game and why I tell people I don't go on that game. I already have enough trouble with people thinking I'm a child predator on here, you know, just because I don't care about kids showing up on here because I know I can't stop them. You know, I can delete them, I can kick them all off, but they're going to come right back under another name. They've done it before. But you know, definitely get them off of Roblox, man. That is like child predator heaven, man. Get them out of there. You know, that's become a bad game, dude. You know, there's too many adults on there. And I get it if you're playing Roblox and you're on YouTube, okay, where everybody in the world is seeing what you're doing. Then I understand, you know, but if you're a grown adult and you're playing Roblox, you're putting yourself up for a bad situation. You need to get out of there too. You know, I don't care if you were playing for your kids' sake. Get your kids out and get yourself out. That place is going down and is going down hard. Clark Lamar, how you doing? I remember you because you had my middle name. Yeah, never forget about your mom. Yeah, it's wood chipper time for them predators. I got you, Sharky. But yeah, I remember you because you got my middle name, brother. La, 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 la. You do have friends on here, and I'm here. Yes, you do, Sharky. Yes, she does, man. Yes, she does. What's up, Prime? How you doing, buddy? Prime Edits. This is another good friend of mine. By the way, guys, go check out Jen's Butterflies, all right? So go be a part of Jen's Butterflies at JenHolder976, everybody. Go check her out there. She's got some great content. I'm sure you'll love it. You know, let's try to fix something out here. Let's try to fix this lighting. Relight on. All right. Okay. So there we go. Now it's not going to do that weird crap. All right. Oh, well, maybe it will. Mondarius. Elamar Slayer. Nice. Thank you. Jen's Butterflies. There we go. Go join Jen's Butterflies. And if you want to, become one of the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum, guys. We've got plenty of room. Come on in and join the show. Definitely focus on the future. That's a good concept. My baby cousin has my aunt moved in, and my aunt moved in. Oh, okay, Prime. Well, I bet you it got a little more crowded in there. People getting kidnapped for being on Roblox. Yeah, Randy. That's what I'm getting at, man. This is not a good game anymore, dude. We need to get this game out of anything. No more in schools or anything like that. Roblox is not a good game anymore, guys. It's dangerous. People aren't just getting kidnapped over that game. Kids are actually hurting each other over that game too. It's causing some problems. Shelp was banned. What's Shelp? Never heard of Shelp. But anyhow, so guys, yeah, we got to check into this situation, guys, because he was catching Preds. Oh, I got you now. But yeah, guys, we got to get kids off of Roblox. We got to get them out of that system. We got to get them off that game. You need to do your research, guys. Go in, look up what the CEO is going through right now of Roblox. They're possibly talking about jail time for this guy. That's how bad it is. I mean, they're talking about throwing this guy in the federal pen because of the amount of child predators that are on his site that he's allowing to be there. Guys, this is not a good thing. This is not okay for our kids. I mean, granted, yes, my kids are 15 years old going to be this year, but oh, I'm sorry, Jen. Yeah, well, what I mean by it's not a good game, it's not a good game to have your kids on right now. Not until they clean everything out. But they're talking about shutting it down. Like, they're talking about straight up shutting the whole game down, guys. Because of the amount of child predators on that site. So be very, very careful. Watch do not let your kids play Roblox without actually supervising them thoroughly. Skeeter Jean, he catches predators. Oh, okay, I'll check him out. Dumbasses for taking him out, and oh yeah. Roblox takeaway on September 1st. What's up, Gamer 8? But yeah, man, it's a terrible situation all the which way around. I'm sure he never meant for this to happen. I'm sure he actually had good intentions of creating a fun game for kids to play on. I'm sure he was trying to create the next Minecraft with the way it looks. But he messed up, guys. He messed up bad. FBI JPR.pup. Okay, whatever you say, FBI. Roblox on cocaine. Yeah, pretty much, dude. There was some people that were saying that they had their kids being talked to and having them, they caught their kids playing, XXX rated games with people on Roblox, and it's just like, oh, yeah, that should not be allowed. That kind of conversation shouldn't be allowed. But there it was. Aren't you the guy that had that freaky Discord that got kids to email you? I'm not projecting Valley. And I wasn't having kids email me. I was having their parents email me for them to have permission. And I did not have a creepy Discord. Actually, I didn't even own the Discord. A friend of mine created it. And I was just borrowing part of it. But I shut it down as soon as I realized it was a problem. Because, guys, I don't know internet etiquette. I'm learning all this crap as I go along. I didn't know what I was doing. But I made a mistake. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to allow everybody in here. Davey, the registered offender. I didn't know Davey was a registered offender. I did not know that. So it's because I didn't understand. Thank you, Gamer8. But it's because I didn't understand I didn't understand to look at people's pasts first. That's why I haven't invited anybody else in to control the nights that I don't know. He used to be a fan on here, Sharky. And I thank you very much, Gamer8, for liking the hat. Like I said, I earned this as a sign of respect from a Cherokee for making a 100-yard shot with his bow. and I didn't think I could do it, but I bullseyed a 100-yard shot on a deer with his bow. And I'll never forget that. Yes, I hunt. I hunt with a 12-gauge shotgun for hogs. TV. TV. But yeah, anyway, yeah, getting back to that, I do hunt quite often. I hunt with a 12-gauge shotgun and sometimes a 22 Magnum if I want to be quiet. So Creekcraft, a Roblox YouTuber, exposed Teddy making... Oh, see? There you go, Prime. You know, that's what I'm getting at. That's what was discovered on Roblox, was things like that. It's terrible. I don't know who Teddy is, to be honest, though. Hey, Jin, you got a message. But anyhow, guys, it has been a long day. It has been a long day. I know, right, Prime? No, Randy, man, I ended up having a fight with my father this morning, and it got bad. It got heated. This is why you don't live with your parents when you get to be older. But this was a situation of I go on the streets or I move back in with my dad. So I moved back in with my dad, you know, and it was just because I hit dire straits. And that happens. You hit rock bottom from time to time when you get to be an adult, you know, and I hit rock bottom. So I had to move back in with my dad. And this is the reason why I shouldn't live with him, because we argue bad, you know, and I love my dad. He loves me. I know he does. But we argue like cats and dogs. We didn't fist fight. Oh, that's cool, Randy, that you hunt too. But yeah, we didn't fist fight or nothing. We just argued really badly. And I probably brought up some things I shouldn't have and should have left buried in the past, but I didn't. And I regret some of the things that I said. So I'm staying over here at my friend's house for tonight. Gonna spend the night in my RV and call it even. You're about to learn to go hunting? All right, Tiffany. That's awesome. Let's see. Tour. We're working. It's a work in progress, so it's messy. All right. Give me a break. That's the front. We've been kind of tossing the trash in the floorboard just to keep it out of the way. But this here is the hallway and the kitchen. And then, of course, the bedroom. And I'm not going to show you my pooper. All right. Y'all ain't going to see my pooper. Them's private quarters. Yeah, you know, it's a really nice van, actually. Yeah, it's dirty. You know, it's a really nice RV. You know, it's dirty, but I've been just working on it. You know, guys, it was worse than this when I bought it. A lot worse than this. So I've done a lot of work to it already. You know, I've been sealing leaks up, and I've got a lot of boxes out here because they were using it for storage. Oh, I understand, Quail. They're always going to be mean. There's always going to be somebody that's going to tear into me. You know, they remember a mistake I made in the past on here that apparently is internet boo-boo. I made friends with a young kid around the world, all the way around the world, like on the other side of the planet. And it apparently ruffled some feathers. Trollsbane is not here today because I had to walk, and I cannot walk down the highway with an axe on my hip. That gets people a little nervous. Yeah, I used to be known as a class psychopath. Oh, I ain't giving up, Gamer B. Not at all. But yeah, I can't exactly go walking down the highway with a Viking bearded axe on my hip. It makes people nervous, you know. But yeah, so instead, I went walking down the road with a backpack on my hip and a tripod, which is a little more acceptable. Yeah. But, thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon, come join the family. We always try to have a lot of good fun around here. There's always something new to do. Honestly, I've just honestly been really stressed out, guys. Like stupid stressed lately. Living with my father is not only humiliating as a grown man, especially when you've taken care of yourself since you were 16. And it makes it difficult for you to want to live with your parent again, because you're like, gosh, dang, man, I've been on my own for this long, and now all of a sudden I gotta do it again. It's not easy on a man. It's not easy on anybody. No, I've got to go back home because I've got to get sewer and water and power ran to my RV before I can actually live in it. But until then, I can come here for a camping for the night and get away from everything, which is kind of what I'm doing tonight. You got to be careful with that, Professor. Chicken pitas. Those sound awesome. But no, eventually, whenever I can take and be able to pay my friend a little bit more money than what I can now, then yeah, I'm going to move on in permanently. But until then, I'm just going to be chilling in it every now and then, having a little bit of fun in it. I hope Ian's okay too, man. I saw him the other day, but I haven't seen him in a while. It is a really nice neighborhood, actually. My friend's yard isn't the best, so he asked me not to show it because he is handicapped and he hasn't been able to get anybody out here to take care of it lately. So he asked me not to show his front yard or anything like that. I can show behind my window. But yeah, it's a nice neighborhood. It really is. It's quiet. It's chill. Whenever it rains, the frogs go nuts. The crickets come out and the critters sing, man. It's like being in the woods without being in the woods, and our yard floods like crazy when it rains. So I call this place the swamp. And that's why I'm the smiling swamp rat. But I call this place the swamp because whenever it rains, it floods big time, like a swamp. And you'll find everything out there. Plus I also lived in a swamp, growing up. And not only that, but whenever I was 16, I was thrown out of my own home. So I've been on my own and taken care of myself since then. And I lived in the bayous and the marshes and everything like that surround out here around the Neches River. Sometimes describe things in too much detail, mostly violent. I gotcha. Yeah, I lived in the swamps and marshlands and everything like that down here in Southeast Texas. I am a swamp rat. Little swamp rat, river rat. But I survived out there for 6 years on my own. It wasn't easy, but I did it all the way up till I was 22. Yep. I was living out in the swamps. But I had to join people eventually. So I did. But anyway, guys, it's been 30 minutes and it's pretty hot in this RV right now. I've been working all day, so I'm going to go on ahead and go take me a break and get me some lunch. So it was wonderful having all of y'all here. Love you guys. Thank you all so much. You're the heart, blood, and soul of this whole entire channel, the absolute lifeblood of YouTube. Keep it up, guys. No matter what anybody says, we appreciate and we love you. All right? Come check us out again some other time. See you from a swamp, later from a gator. Love you, mama. Love you, papa. Love yourself. Be kind. Always find a way to help, guys. We'll check you all here next time. Same place, same channel.